We have all battled demons our entire lives, some more than others, and many of us feel as though there has been a target straight directly on our back since we took our first breath at birth. Yeah, you know, the same first breath that was actually our first word, and our beautiful first word was our Father's name. But no joke, there are so many of us that can attest since birth. It is like Satan and his demons can spot us a mile away. I wonder how that is. What if I were to tell you, though, the attacks started before birth? In fact, myself, I might be an instance of proof of exactly that. Attacks during and in the womb. And as somebody who myself is Rh negative, I'm really curious to find out if there are others out there, much like me, who not only did these things growing up and as children, but I'm guilty of doing one thing still, to this day, at almost 50 years old. My mom said when I was born, I came out of the womb with hickeys up and down my arms, both of my arms. I had been sucking on my arms, which is a form of self-soothing, the entire time I was in the womb. And I actually came out, hey, Colette, I actually came out of the womb sucking that finger right here. The same finger that my parents tried everything with, Tabasco sauce, everything. It was maddening though for my parents. I had a callus here and here. And as you notice, my eye tooth sticks out a little bit. They could not get me to stop. Y'all, I'm pretty sure I sucked that finger well into at least 6th grade. But I had something so traumatizing while I was in the womb. Apparently, I was sucking on my arm so bad I was covered in hickeys. Little baby Colette coming in hot, sucking her fingers straight out of the womb. I'm here to tell you, birth, it must be traumatizing. I was self-soothing when I took my first breath. But there were other things as a child growing up that I had a problem with. I used to wet my bed all the time. Oh, all the time. I had my first spirit encounter with the green man. That's in a whole nother video one day, at 4 years old. And then I began to see him when I was awake outside of dreams. And to this day, well, no more. No longer until this day, because I figured it out now, who that green man was. But again, that's a whole nother video. Or did you happen to do something like this? Something that I've done since I was a child, instantly, instinctually, and I still do it to this day. It actually played a pretty big role in a part of a story that I do need to share. And I'm getting there. I'm trying, guys, because this story is going to be very hard. In fact, oftentimes, I cannot go to sleep unless I do this. Again, something I do to this day. I get the sheets, and I put my fingernail, it has to be like that, wrapped around the corner. The crisper the sheet, the better. Just like that. And I flick. Another thing when I was little is I would rub my fingers in between the sheets and my toes. Although it's a recent new name, my Uncle Mike calls it my whoopee. This is another form of self-soothing. It's always felt like this world has been painful, even long before I took my first breath and said my first word, even while I was here in the womb, almost like I just didn't belong. Or maybe this feeling just reminds me of home. I don't know. Is this something that you guys might do too? And are you Rh negative? Anyways, as we know, as we are targets of Satan, trust and believe my whole life, we've only touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the things I've survived in this life. When we talk about my internal decapitation, my cancer, the very short list of things that I have shared with you guys that comes from a very much, very longer list of all of the ways Satan has tried to either take me out, wear me down, or make me say truth. Not gonna happen. Because in turn, all of those incredible things that I have survived, all it's done is achieve one thing. I am a true testimony that God is real. God is never going to leave your side, even in your darkest of days. And if you've got God, nothing can stop you. Not even Satan himself. But I wanted to teach you guys something today that God put on my heart. So heavy, I'm coming to you live with my, well, like that's new. It's kind of a thing. Do you want to know the one thing, the most powerful weapon you would have against Satan and all of those demons who I know have been attacking you every single day of your life as well, especially the chosen ones with those big old targets on you. You know, the big targets like I have too. That's another video too. Whew, I got a lot of catching up to do. I'm here to tell you one thing. Jesus told us all along, and it really is as simple as this. Love. Love one another the same way YESHUA loves us. That is unconditional. And with unconditional love comes what? Forgiveness. And not that pesky kind of human forgiveness where, yeah, okay, I forgive you, but I'm never going to forget. I'll forgive you, but I'm never going to look at you the same. I'm never going to trust you. I'm always going to be wondering, Are they doing it again? No. Abba doesn't forgive that way. When he forgives, this is how it goes. Abba, please forgive me for my sin XYZ today. Tomorrow, Abba, I really feel bad about that sin again, XYZ. He's going to say, what are you talking, Colette, I don't see anything here. XYZ. No, Abba, I talked to you about it yesterday. Oh, then my child, it's already forgiven. I have no record of it. I have no memory of it. I have forgiven you. Are you questioning my word? Love each other unconditionally, with no strings, thinking of the other person far before yourself. That is the way YESHUA loves us. Even when it comes to frustration and quick temper, remember, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities, and the dark rulers of this world. Oh, and the governors. That's just another little part of the Bible that they decided didn't need to stay. Ooh, that was more than a mean face, Auntie. Don't mess with the word of my God. My Abba. Man face. Oh, and FYI, whoever did that, tinkered with the Bible, took words out, put words in. That last page, Bible, oh, that's for you. Dedicated to you, special from my Father, the one and only. Yeah. Oh, you don't know. If you don't have the last page of the Bible handy, let me go ahead and tell you, in case you are one of those folks that, well, I don't think you're here. You're probably long gone, and you've already learned this lesson, haven't you? Anyone who takes away from this word, I will take away from their life. And anyone who adds to this, my word, I will add to their life as well. Don't do that. Guys, the answer has been there all along. It really is that simple. YESHUA has told us all along, long ago. All you need is love. All you need is love, babe. No, but truly, this is true. What happens to a bully when you don't show fear? What happens to a bully when you stand up to them? Actually, what happens to a bully when you look at them, even while you're mid-punch to the noggin, down on the ground, bleeding in the gravel, and you look at them and say, it's okay. Whatever is hurting you that much that you need to do this to me, I hope it heals soon. I forgive you. And I love you. Has anybody ever tried that? No? Well, I challenge you right now. Try. Right now. Because once you take away the fear, A, that's the most important, and then you take away the power, B, how do you do that, Auntie? Satan and his demons have zero power. If all you do is combat it, what they're doing to you, your loved ones, your friends, your husbands, your wives, whatever, with love and forgiveness, and pray for your enemy. Do you know why YESHUA tells us to pray for your enemy? It's because he knows that is not a person who hates you to their core. No, that is a person being influenced with a demon. The demons use us like little pawns. It's all about, are you going to continue to let them? Once you've seen a spiritual attack in 3D, well, 5D, so, no, 3D, because they don't get to go to 5D. It all becomes a whole new game. I'm here to tell you this. So the next time somebody is mean to you or snippy or says something hurtful, Uncle Mike knows. Okay, you can try that. But you got something right here. You might want to get rid of that demon. And once you realize the reality of it, you stop and you take away that power and you show the other person love, true and actual, complete forgiveness. Oh, my friends, with that, you take away the enemy's power. All of it. Because when you are loving and forgiving and even praying for your enemy, the sword is turned on somebody else. It is no longer pointed at you or your enemy. Well, actually it is. The real enemy. The demon behind that person who's been in control of it all along. So take back your power. Diffuse the situation. Choose love. Choose to forgive. Choose to do what exactly YESHUA told us to do this entire time. And just like that, the power of the enemy, it's gone. I love you so big. Oh, I can't wait to hang with you in heaven. Yeah. Now get out there and forgive somebody and go love somebody. Do not lose your temper at that person in front of you. Love them and watch Satan spin. But I need to know, I'm really curious, especially if you are RH negative. I need to know, did you have things like sucking your thumb or your finger when you were little into the older hairs? Did you wet your bed?